Greetings, YouTube. With the mandate now in place from President Biden concerning vaccinations, uh, many people are now feeling pressured by their employers to go become vaccinated. And I personally think that we should have implemented this mandate back in June of 2021 and not when it was implemented. As soon as the day the vaccines became publicly available to anyone in any age bracket, in the age brackets that have been approved at that time, um, the mandate should have gone into place and everyone should have been on that list. And he should have immediately mandated every single member of the federal government, um, every member of the U.S. military. Boom, done. If you don't want the vaccine, then you'll get a dishonorable discharge from the military. Goodbye. We don't need you. You're an idiot. We don't need idiots in our armed services. But one of the groups that is currently feeling the pressure are healthcare workers. And companies and hospital systems, medical care systems, are beginning to fire people because they will refuse to get vaccinated. And I'm all for that. If you work in the medical field and you are anti-vax, you don't belong in the medical field. It's that simple. Any more than an electrician that doesn't understand the electrical trades has no business calling themselves an electrician and being paid to be an electrician. Someone in the medical field that doesn't understand biology, the germ theory of disease, how vaccines work, doesn't belong in the healthcare community. These are basic concepts that the layperson can grasp. You don't need to be technically trained to grasp the importance of vaccination. Any layperson can grasp that. And the fact that so many Americans apparently can't is heartbreaking. And how so many people have weaponized a healthcare issue because of their political agendas is just vile, flat out. It's disgusting. And it's backfiring on the right at the moment. The GOP is watching its base die at a rate 5 times higher than people that don't identify as conservative, the people that aren't the red caps. Think about that. Red caps are dying at a rate 5 times higher than Democrats. That's going to have an impact on the elections in 2022. No matter how hard the GOP attempts to gerrymander the entire country and how many obstacles they attempt to put in place, none of their laws about voter fraud are about voter fraud. They're about turnout. They saw too many black people and brown people and Native American people and just white Democrats showing up at the booth or mailing in their ballots. That terrified them. And so they're doing everything within their power to stop it. And because of the current vaccination politicization, the people they need to get to the ballot box are being killed at a rate of 5 times higher than Democrats. That's not sustainable for the GOP. It isn't, of course, sustainable for the healthcare system either. You can't have people working in the healthcare environment that don't understand vaccinations. Early in the COVID pandemic, when it was just getting started, I had an appointment at my dentist. They're considered essential workers. So there were no vaccines available, so no one was vaccinated at that time. And I casually asked my dental hygienist after I had, done the hand cleaning and would washed my mouth out repeatedly with numerous different chemicals, things like that, if she had planned on becoming vaccinated. And her response was no. And because she was about to stick sharp metal objects in my mouth, I didn't call her out on that. I did ask, though, in as neutral a tone as I could, why? And her response was, well, I'm thinking of having kids and I'm afraid of the vaccine. So she had bought the lie that an mRNA vaccine would affect her DNA, which it will not because RNA and DNA don't interact in the cells. So she bought into the garbage being pushed by trolls and the GOP. And to the best of my knowledge, she no longer works at my dentist. The last time I went there, I had a different dental hygienist, a really nice one who I happen to like a lot. She works on my wife as well. Um, and she made sure right out of the bat that I had been fully vaccinated. And I was very happy to tell her I was, because I am, and she's fully vaccinated. But even then, I still wear a mask going inside any building now that I have to go into, and I don't go inside buildings I don't have to go into because it's goddamn dangerous. But the Delta variant out there right now, and the vaccine not being as effective against the Delta variant as it was in the earlier variant, we should all be very careful right now. And some of the people that need to be the most careful are in the healthcare industry. And if you're in the healthcare industry and you're so stupid, you're so politicized, you are so anti-science that you won't get a vaccine in the face of a plague, why don't you just stay home? Why don't you think about a new career path? I mean, the world still needs ditch diggers.